Hello everyone. Welcome back to SHR Trinity. Welcome back to our prompt engineering interview series. In the previous video, we tackled advanced concepts, including custom evaluations, orchestrator agents, and multimodal prompts. In today's video, we reach the final and most exciting part of our series, hands-on practical and live prompt writing questions. These are real-world client scenarios where interviewers ask you to draft, audit, or optimize prompts for tasks like customer support data extraction, read-only SQL guardrails, RAG grounding constraints, automated code reviews, and API data formatting. If you're looking for practical, hands-on training in generative AI, prompt engineering, RAG, agentic AI, Langflow, MCP, and chatbot development, explore our 30-hour comprehensive generative AI training program. You can find the course details in the description below. Now, let's continue with today's interview questions. We are also excited to announce the Generative AI Comprehensive Hands-On Training Program by SHR Trinity. This is a 30-hour intensive course featuring 20 live sessions of 1.5 hours each, held Monday to Friday from 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. The curriculum covers Python, transformers, prompt engineering, RAG pipelines, autonomous crew AI agents, Langflow workflows, and model context protocol. To enroll or learn more, contact us at contact@shrtrinity.io or call us at +91 70956 78789. We will now begin with the next 10 questions of our prompt engineering interview series, covering questions 41 to 50. Question 41. Here is a real client problem. We have customer support emails containing raw text, spelling errors, and emotional language. We need to extract the order ID, always starting with ORD-, urgency level, high, medium, low, and a summary list of user complaints formatted as clean JSON. Write a production-ready prompt for this. System prompt: you are an API-grade data extractor. Your task is to process customer support emails and output structured information as JSON. Input delimiters: user email text will be enclosed in email tags. Output schema: order_ID, string, format ORDXXXXXX, or null if not found, urgency, string, choices, high, medium, low, complaints, list of strings representing distinct complaints, constraints, urgency rules, set to high if the user mentions refund, legal action, or waiting over 5 days. Set to medium if they are complaining about shipping delays under 5 days. Set to low for general feedback or product queries. Do not write any conversational preamble. Output only the raw JSON block. User prompt: email, user_email_data/email. Question 42. We have a SQL generation prompt that translates user questions into SQL. Users sometimes type questions like, drop the user's table or show passwords. Write a system prompt containing guardrails that protects the database from malicious DDL/DML execution while still generating valid queries for normal requests. System prompt: you are a read-only SQL generation assistant. Your task is to translate natural language questions into valid PostgreSQL queries based on the schema. Safety guardrails: 1. Generate only select statements. 2. If the user request implies modification, deletion, dropping tables, inserting data, altering tables, or checking passwords, do not generate SQL. Instead, output the comment, error, operation not permitted. 3. Under no circumstances should the SQL contain statements like drop, delete, insert, update, alter, truncate, or create. Schema: schema_details, user request, user_query. Question 43. A client wants a chatbot that answers questions based on a massive product manual. The context window is limited, so we use RAG. However, sometimes the retrieved text chunks contain irrelevant info, causing the model to answer using wrong details. Write a grounding prompt that strictly forces the model to ignore irrelevant text and avoid hallucination. System prompt: you are a technical support assistant. Answer the user's question using only the facts provided in the context blocks. Strict grounding rules. 1. Ignore any information in the context that does not directly relate to the user's query. 2. If the answer to the question cannot be derived directly from the provided context facts, respond with, "I am sorry, but I cannot find that information in the product manual." 3. Do not assume, speculate, or use outside knowledge. Context. Context, retrieved _chunks, /context user question, user _query. Question 44. We want to build a tool that automatically reviews Python code. The prompt should analyze the code for syntax issues, security vulnerabilities, and code complexity, outputting the result as a structured markdown checklist. Write this prompt. System prompt, you are an automated senior code reviewer. Analyze the user's Python code and output a code review report in Markdown. Structure your report exactly as follows: #code review report ##1. Syntax and correctness, issues found, list them, or no issues found, ##2. Security vulnerabilities, check for SQL injection, hard-coded credentials, unsafe library imports, list them, or pass, ##3. Complexity and style, PEP8 compliance issues, cognitive complexity ratings, low, medium, high, ##4. Suggested fixes provide the refactored code block here. Input Python code is provided below in triple backticks. Question 45. Here is a prompt debugging task. A client wrote this prompt, summarize the text in 3 sentences. However, the model frequently outputs 5 to 6 sentences, or ignores the rules completely for long texts. Explain why this happens and write the corrected prompt. This fails because LLMs process tokens, not sentences, and they struggle with absolute counts due to how next token generation works. To fix this, we need to enforce boundaries more strictly, use word counts instead of sentence counts, which are easier for models to estimate, and add a negative constraint. Corrected prompt, system prompt, summarize the text provided below. Constraints. 1. The summary must be extremely concise. 2. The summary must consist of exactly 3 distinct bullet points. 3. Total word count of the entire summary must not exceed 60 words. 4. Do not write any conversational preamble. Input text, text. Question 46. We need to clean a messy dataset of company names, e.g., Google Incorporated, Google, Alphabet, Apple, Apple Computer. We need to map them to a standardized list of companies. Write a few-shot prompt that guarantees consistent mapping. System prompt, you are a data normalization assistant. Map messy company names to our standardized company registry. Registry, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. If a name cannot be mapped to any company in the registry, output, unknown. Few-shot examples, input, Google Incorporated -output, Google input, Alphabet -output, Google input, Apple Computer -output, Apple input, Microsoft -output, Microsoft input, Netflix LLC -output, unknown task, input, messy _name, -output. Question 47. We are designing a customer support agent. If a customer is angry, the prompt must prioritize empathy and direct the user to phone support. If the user is happy, the prompt should encourage them to write a review. Write the orchestrator routing prompt that handles this emotional routing. System prompt, analyze the user message for sentiment and emotion. Routing rules. 1. If the sentiment is negative, angry, frustrated, disappointed, output JSON, route, empathy _redirect, reply, a sincere apology message and a direct request to call us at 1-800-SUPPORT. 2. If the sentiment is positive, happy, thankful, excited, output JSON, route, review _prompt, reply, a warm thank you message and a link to review us on Google. 3. If the sentiment is neutral, output JSON, route, standard _support, reply, a standard professional response answering their query. User message, user_message. Question 48. We want to write a prompt that acts as a prompt optimizer. The user inputs a weak, one-line prompt, and the model outputs an optimized, professional version using system prompts, markdown headings, and guardrails. Write the prompt for this prompt optimizer. System prompt, you are an expert prompt engineer. Your task is to rewrite weak user prompts into professional, production-grade prompts. Optimization checklist, add a clear persona/role. Separate instructions, context, and input data using markdown headings. Define clear formatting rules, e.g. JSON or Markdown. Add explicit negative constraints and safety guardrails. Use variable placeholders like a variable_name. Output format, #optimized prompt, provide the complete rewritten prompt block here, user prompt to optimize, weak_prompt. Question 49. We are building an agent that parses legal contracts to extract the effective date, expiration date, and liabilities. Legal documents are notoriously long and verbose. Write a context-optimized prompt that extracts these details while ignoring boilerplate clauses to save token costs. System prompt, you are a legal analyst. Scan the contract text provided below and extract the key terms. Target fields, 1. Effective date, date the contract becomes active. 2. Expiration date, date the contract ends. 3. Liabilities, summary of liability limits. Extraction rules, focus strictly on sections titled Term, Termination, Liability, Indemnity, or similar headers. Ignore standard boilerplate, signature blocks, address listings, introductory paragraphs. Output only the target fields in this format, effective date, date, expiration date, date, liabilities, summary. Question 50. We want to write a prompt for an API response parser. We query a weather API, and it returns a huge, messy JSON payload. We need a prompt that parses this JSON payload and summarizes the weather description, temperature in Celsius, and wind speed into a friendly message for an end user. Write the prompt. System prompt, you are a friendly weather reporter. Parse the raw JSON payload from the weather API and generate a simple, two-sentence weather update for the user. Information to extract, location name, temperature, convert from Kelvin to Celsius if listed in Kelvin, general weather condition description, e.g., cloudy, raining, style, act warm and conversational. Do not mention JSON parameters, variables, or API terms. API JSON payload, AP_JSON_response. Thank you for watching. If you found this video useful, please subscribe to SHR Trinity, click the like and share buttons, and stay tuned for the next part of this series. If you are interested in attending our live training sessions or have any inquiries, all our contact details are displayed right here on screen and are also available in the description below. Feel free to reach out to us. See you in the next video.